Star Wars Rebels Episode 9, Rebel Assault, was another visually stunning episode that felt like the Empire Strikes Back. It was incredible to see the full strength of the Imperial military might on Lothal. The blockade was impressive, and of course it was great to finally see the X-Wings in action. Though I was a little disappointed that we didn't get any explanation as to where the X-Wings came from. Although I did like how they revealed during the dogfight that the TIE Defender is even a better starfighter than the X-Wing, which is the best the Rebels have to offer. Perhaps my favorite part of the episode, though, was seeing Hera leading the Rebel fighters. Star Wars certainly has a tradition of strong female characters, but leading a fighter squadron of X-Wings up against Thrawn definitely puts Hera in a league of her own. Thrawn himself was also a strength to the episode. I felt like all those times in Season 3 where he let the Rebels escape really paid off during this episode. It seemed like he was letting them get the upper hand yet again. Then, to my surprise, the Rebels were completely defeated and didn't even touch the TIE Defender factory. But moving on, I was really hoping that we'd learn more about the Wolves in Episode 9, but we really didn't learn a lot. Other than we know that they can appear to Kanan now, and that they seem to be going to help Kanan get Hera back. But other than that, there's really no insight about the Wolves. I'm still really unsure why the Wolves are interacting with Kanan. I thought at this point in the story, it was supposed to be focused around Ezra. Something else I was hoping to learn about in this episode was if Order 13 would be used on Lothal and why. But it certainly looked like something drastic is going to need to happen before Order 13 would be enacted on Lothal. The planet is in complete lockdown. If there was one thing I wasn't a fan of this episode, it was how much screen time Rook and Hera were given. I wanted more from the rest of the Rebels, which we barely see in this episode. And I understand this turned out to be Hera's episode for Season 4, but again, Dave Filoni promised us that the story would be focused on Ezra after Episode 5. And I don't know about you, but I feel like Season 4 is more about Hera and Kanan's relationship than Ezra's right now. With the kiss scene last week and Kanan going off to save Hera, I'm assuming the next episode is going to be more about their relationship too. Maybe they are setting up for Kanan's death, because we know Hera survives until Rogue One. She will be the trap that Kanan will fall into. I did, however, enjoy seeing the Loth Wolves again, but they are by far the biggest mystery to come out of this episode. The wolf says doom again to Kanan, and Kanan just seems to understand. Is the wolf telling Kanan he must face his past, or is it asking him to help, and in return the wolves will help Kanan find Hera? I'll most likely have a video coming out on this topic in the coming weeks. But moving on here, last week Shay commented on my episode review. She says, another great review, Mike, though I'm a bit miffed that you didn't cover the Kanan stuff from these most recent episodes, as I think it could be giving us some major clues as to where this series will end. And yes, I do apologize for not covering the Kanan and Hera kiss last week. Although I have done a couple videos on the topic of Kanan, there was one thing that really stood out to me about this kiss. That is, both Sabine and Ezra were totally surprised by the kiss. I'd been assuming that Kanan had been in a relationship with Hera this entire time, but maybe that relationship has never really had a chance to take off because of the mission they're on. But I think it's more likely that they have a romantic relationship. It's just been kept very secret, and again, probably hasn't had a lot of time to develop because of the mission Hera and Kanan have been on. Also, a quick fun fact here, guys, about Rebel Assault. The title is most likely taken from an old Star Wars video game published in 1993. So just a cool factoid there. And I lastly wanted to share Aaron Johnson's comment about the Loth Wolf mystery and Order 13. I thought this would be a good primer for my upcoming video, a community video on Order 13. So here it is. As for the sinister plans, what are we learning about Lothal? Well, it's a place very connected to the light side of the Force. It has deep roots for the Jedi, and it's certainly producing Force users. If left alone, Lothal could represent a future threat to the Empire. And like Geonosis, the Empire doesn't like to leave witnesses for their special projects. So Lothal favors badly that way as well. Considering the timeline, I'm betting the Death Star's laser array is the project. Later this week, as I've already mentioned, I'll be sharing a community theories video on this topic. Thanks for that, Aaron. Great comment there. Definitely doesn't look good for Lothal, does it? But moving on here, guys. Question of the day, though, guys. What do you think were the strengths and weaknesses of Episode 9, Rebel Assault? I'm Mike, and this is Force Within TV, and I love chatting with you guys. I get so much value from responding to your comments, reading your comments. You give me so many great ideas for videos, so please keep it up. Really appreciate that. I also wanted just to quickly shout out Rebecca Larson. She has a channel. She's got an interesting wolf theory. A Loth wolf theory. So head on over to her channel. Hopefully I'll have it linked up there. And you can head on over and check that out and subscribe as well. Also, guys, Chris Star Raptor, shout out for him. He's been doing episode reviews as well, so head on over to his channel and check that out. Just also wanted to say that the baby is doing great. Myself and my wife have both been going through a bit of a head cold and whatnot, made it a bit of a struggle. I was hoping to have a video out Sunday, but it just didn't seem to work out. So should be able to push out 4 videos this week, might be 3, but I'll try and get that 4th one out there for you guys. And as always, guys, use the Force within you to make the Star Wars community a better place. Share your thoughts and ideas and support people who do the same. Thanks so much, and may the Force be with you.